right, we're back, everybody, talking about the issue of 3D printed guns and the blueprints that are out there. We've got a lot of calls coming in. We really appreciate you calling in tonight. Let's go to Alfred next. Hi, Alfred.
Yes, Mr. Hardaway, I appreciate everything you do as a representative, and I'm concerned about what kind of guns will be put out there. Like Smith & Wesson, don't they have patents on these guns that these people make? And how would it affect the price of these printers?
Yeah, Joey called in earlier, Alfred, to kind of talk about this, the copyright. And if you're thank you for the call. If you are a gun maker and you've come up with designs and you have patents,
we need to talk because these 3D printers can bite into your bottom line. It can bite into your brand.
Literally make a replica, right?
Correct. Whether it's Louis Vuitton or Calvin Klein, everyone hates a knockoff because some of the individuals who buy the knockoff still believe it's a real thing, even though the quality isn't there. So who gets blamed? The original brand. So those gun makers need to be conscious of this, and I believe they are, and we're going to invite them to sit down and look at where do we need to go on this, because that patent is the bottom line for them. That's the only reason that they can make money, is because no one else can produce their product.
Right. Alfred, what do you think? If you were do you think the gun manufacturers will have something to say about this, like Smith & Wesson or Beretta?
They should get in the conversation about it, because it is a serious situation with money. It's going to affect a lot of people.
Yeah.
Well, and this is a safety issue then, not only for the public at large, but for the owners. We know that the force that's generated by that explosion that propels that projectile down the barrel can either go where you intended, or it can blow up in your face. So it's a serious issue. I'm going to do it tonight, is to invite all of the gun makers, the gun manufacturers, especially those who have ties to the great state of Tennessee, to contact me. Let's sit down, let's find out what the best approach is with a partnership that's looking at not only where you're looking to protect your interests, but when you protect your interests, you protect the public safety. So not only in the aspect that you can defend yourself, but that weapon needs to be of quality so that you can guarantee that it performs as it's designed to.
What is the next step for you as far as legislatively with this issue?
Well, we think the low-hanging fruit is going to be defining what these 3D productions are. Tightening up existing language on what a gun is, what a firearm is, what a deadly weapon is, and making sure that these 3D productions fall into those categories so that they can fall under the same laws that we use to regulate guns that are coming from the manufacturers now.
Would this fall under your work in the Civil Justice Committee, or what? How would this, as you begin to write a bill, write some sort of legislation, where would this, as you look ahead, where would this start?
I believe that we're going to have most of this.
So you have to get sponsors.
Yes, most of this will come through civil justice. I'll sit down, I'll speak with my chair for my subcommittee, and Judge Carter is a former judge, on top of being a fine legislator out of the Chattanooga area. His experience is invaluable, from having sat on the bench and dealt with these gun violence issues, dealt with the issues of felons being in possession of guns, dealing with domestic violence issues where there's been access to deadly weapons. His advice is going to be invaluable, and his partnership in moving whatever the legislation is that addresses the loopholes now, I'll be looking for his guidance. And we have one of the best bipartisan committees in civil justice out of all the standing committees on Capitol Hill. And it's not just my opinion, but the opinion of quite a few. So between civil justice, and I also sit on commerce and insurance, so between those two, we should cover any and everything that has to do with this.
Good. All right, we're going to take our final break here in just a moment. We appreciate your phone calls today. This has been a really interesting topic and eye-opening for a lot of people as this progresses. We're going to just kind of watch this you're going to keep us posted on what's going on,
We want you to
right?
do more than watch. I need participation. I need for the voters. I need for those who are viewing the show. Call your legislator. Give them your input. This is a team sport. Democracy only works when you get off the bench and participate. We want to hear from you.
Take a final break. Be right back.